Out here on an island in the middle of a river in Pennsylvania. How cool is this? And today we're here at the Blairsville Riverfront Trail in Blairsville, PA, and it's about 3.6 miles, and it's a beautiful day for this. It's about real feel of 90, so a little warm, but couldn't ask for better skies. So let's go check this thing out. But first, before we do that, I want to show y'all some of the cool features here in Blairsville. Down here is where they hold summer concerts. You can see it says Blairsville Summer Music Series. And then people will set up their chairs out in here. Here's a roundabout, and beyond that is the town. And then behind us down there is the bridge. We're gonna check that out in just a second. Roundabout from inside the roundabout. And right down there is downtown Blairsville. Got a art sculpture here. Over to our right, there's a little church. And here's the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Here we are at the bridge. You can see it's a pretty large bridge. We're just gonna come out here and take a look at the river. Now we got to go walk across and get the other side. All right, we are on the other side of the bridge, and we're about to go take a look at the water. And I just noticed that off to our right, so the trail's off to the left, but off to our right there's a park called Kelly Park, and so we're gonna have to go down cars. We're gonna have to go down after we finish the trail and check out Kelly Park real quick. This is a view from the other side of the bridge. All right, so I'm doing this kind of in reverse, so I've actually already done the trail, but now let's go do the trail. And then after the trail, I'll cut to the footage of Kelly Park. The start of the trail, you can see here a sign. It says 8% slope, so pretty nice downhill to start. It's gonna be not as fun on the way back. And then there's something here that tells us about the mileage of the trail. Gives you the length and the slope and all kinds of info about it, more than we really need. There's a warning here about this trail flooding. So don't enter during high water, because it really floods around here when it floods. And I'll try and put up a picture of trail flooding, just overlaid here over me so you can kind of get an idea of it. Whoa. It's muddy there. Made it to the official other end of the trail, about 1.6 miles. Now, up here there's an access road that kind of keeps going, so we're gonna go check that out, and then we're gonna come back here and check this out. We biked the whole way down the trail, and it looks like we actually ended up in near downtown Blairsville. Came off the trail and down this side road because it was sort of connected, and we ended up in Wyotech Park. So we're gonna look around here a little bit before we head back and take in the other sides of the trail. We put my bike up there near the tree so you can see just how massive this actual tree is. My bike's up there by the tree trunk. Over to our right here is the town of Blairsville, and this is kind of where the road meets the trail. Got like a shipping facility over here if we continue to our right with the barbed wire around it. And then down here to our left and right are some ball fields we're gonna check out. Got some cement here. I'm not sure what this was at one point. Got the first of the two ball fields here. This is the one on the right. There's this random piece of fence that's just kind of hanging out. I'm not sure what this is about, but piece of fence there. And ball fields down here, so maybe we'll take a look around this. Got another massive tree here. Here's the first of one of two ball fields. It says no dogs permitted on the ball fields at any time. Well, thankfully for us, I'm not a dog, so let's go ahead and check it out. Gonna give a quick 360 view here from inside the ball field. Don't want to go too far from the bike. Bike's out there. The other ball field looks to be in better shape. You can see the sand is actually here for the field area. See how old these stands are out here. Sponsors for the ball field. I've been to Clem's before, pretty good barbecue. Down straight ahead, you can see the light green outline of what used to be, looks like a third ball field, but it looks like they abandoned that one a long time ago and the grass is growing back in. So this is just the side road still. We're gonna head back to the actual trail now. I just cannot get enough of showing you all how massive these trees are. Like, this one starts as like one tree and it splits into two. See all the bark that's falling off this tree? Kind of hanging out on the ground here. These have really cool patterns. They almost look like seashells. Got a nice view of the river here. You can see out there, there's like some trestles almost, or I'm not sure what you call those, where like there used to be a bridge or road across this river, but this is a pretty wide river. Little sign down there about when you should wear life jackets, and there's a little trail leading down to the river, so let's go check that out real quick. Got a little bug here on this rock. There he goes. Moves fast. A ton of some type of bug right here. I'm not sure what these are, but there are a bunch. All those little black dots, they're bugs. And there's a bunch of them. All right, so you can see the little island here. That's where we're heading. Gonna check that out, and then if there's time, it looks like there's an old bridge. There's a ladder that leads up to the top. We might check that out. Out here on an island in the middle of a river in Pennsylvania. How cool is this? All right, we're out in the middle of the river on this island. We're going to see what's out here. Here we go. Woo. I don't know if you can see out in the distance, there's some kayakers. Orange and blue kayaks way out there. Back there, the shoreline kind of let up. This is the island, but we're gonna have to walk in the water because there's no shoreline here. Gotta watch your step. I gotta wear boots next time. I got these sneakers on right now. Not ideal. There's a huge tree down right there. Pretty wild. Tell you what, these rocks are pretty slick and the river's moving right here. We're gonna see if this is deep or not, or if we can get around this. I gotta show you the way this light is hitting off this tree trunk right here. That looks amazing. Again, you gotta watch how deep the water is, right? Because you don't want to get caught up in the current. It's pretty shallow here, but in some places it's very deep. So just taking my time. Sand up here, it's like, why can't you just walk up there? I could, but it's really deep. Like, it goes up to my ankles and then a bit. So I've tried that. Not a great experience. So I'm gonna stay down here in the water. You can see here the water's flowing really good. Down past the tree trunk now. We're heading down here towards this side of the island. It's just slow going between the sand and the slippery rocks. So taking our time. Got a tire down in here. Maybe a tire swing at one point. Give you an idea of how deep this thing gets. I mean, it's up to about my knees, a little past, and where the island's right there. It's like 5 feet away from me. Out there it gets a little bit deeper. So yeah, just sticking along the island for right now, because see the kayakers are getting closer. Reached the far point of this island, so we're gonna go check that out. This is the island from the other side view. And then you can see here's our island, and in the distance is the shoreline. We're here, but we're about 2 feet from the island. It's pretty deep right here. It up on the far part of the island. You can see the river back there. This is the end of the island. And back in there is the little bit of trees that goes with it. And it looks like we can actually walk on the ground a little bit on this side, so that's nice. It doesn't have to be river the whole way. There's the river off to our left, river off to our right. It's a whole school of minnows right in there. Up on the hillside there is the bike trail that we came down. All right, we're on the other side of the island, working our way back. Ton of bugs right here. Again, not sure what those are. See that disturbance in the water? It's those little bugs that we saw on the shoreline. You can see the deep blue right there. It actually looks kind of deep, just right out in there. So let's take a wander and see if it is. We're out in the middle of the river here. Island's on the right, shore's on the left. Pretty deep here. You can see here it's almost up to my waist, but we're in the middle of the river, so just taking a look. Current's really slow here. Gonna drop the GoPro down in here and see what we can see. Back out of the deeper section and back onto the island. Up there's the bike trail. Looks like it gets very muddy up on land again. We're gonna, ooh, nope, there's a lot of bees up there. We're gonna take the river route. Right, the sand's kind of collapsing underneath me. I either gotta get up on the island sand or keep walking in the river sand. Yeah, we're gonna try up here. Yeah, it's solid enough. Good. Looks like there's deer tracks here. You can see all these little pebbles here. They've been eroded away over a long time. You can see some rapids out here. Might go try and stand in those. That doesn't look very deep. It's not deep, but it is pretty swift. You can see it pushing down on my legs there a little bit. It's a pretty fast current, so but looks cool. We'll stick the GoPro in the rapids and see what happens. Rushing around my legs. They're really pushing it. Got to a nice shady spot here on the island. Right up there's the bridges, so we're gonna head up there and potentially try and climb that ladder. Check out all these. Like these freshwater mussels or whatever these are, little shells. The view of the other side of the island before we head over to the bridge. There's the island we were on, and here's this thing we're gonna take a look at. Somebody left something on this little pile of rocks up here. Let's go see what this is. It's a shirt. Somebody left their shirt out here. Over here's where we wanna go. You can see just how deep this water is around this thing. See the dark blue that I was talking about earlier? I'm definitely not stepping down in there, but we'll put the GoPro under and see if we can see anything. It's actually deceptively deep. I'm already up to my knees again, and I'm not even close to that deep blue, so we're gonna stay on the outside of that. Yeah, that's nuts. That's gotta be probably 5 feet deep down there at least. Here's that ladder. You can see it's sort of secured by some ropes up there. Let's see how sturdy this thing is. I gave it a test. Looks pretty good to me. Up we go, and then we'll come right back down. We're at the very top of this ladder, you can see here, but I'm not interested in going the whole way up by myself. That seems like a really bad maneuver, but let's take a look out here. I'm just gonna stay with 3 points of contact on the ladder, and we'll take a look. And down below us is the river. But yeah, we're not going up there by ourselves. That seems like a bad maneuver. But this looks absolutely amazing. I'm glad we at least came up this far. Gonna get some more underwater shots here. Heading back up the hill towards the trail. Got a little sign there about the trail. You can kind of see some of the maps. There's some big bees up in there, so not getting close. Might be a little hive in the wood there. All right, let's get biking. The trail's unique in it has so many of these vine kind of brush things growing up along the river. And I assume that's because this floods a lot. So it has the opportunity to grow all this really dense brush. Somebody definitely placed that there. Looks like the tree's looking at us. Not sure if you saw these on the way down, but there's trail markers. So this is 0.1 miles, and you know the next one's 0.2, 0.3, the whole way up to 1.6 or 1.7. Have some of these white mushrooms here. We saw these at Twin Lakes, but haven't seen them since. This is a board that shows all the different animals of the area. And then from the other side here, there's a huge wasp up there, so this is about as close as I'm getting. Try and get as many good views of this river as I can along the way. See, this area is just overpopulated with these white flowery plants. Little path down to the river here. Let's go check that out. There's some wild looking vines on this tree. Would have took us down to the river, but you can see it just drops off there into those bushes and right off the side. So just gonna have to look from here. And the water's moving really fast down in there, specifically close towards the bank. Looks like this is maybe a walnut tree directly above us here. I think these are walnuts. Thing I did not see on the way down, this area is open to hunting. So just a note, if you're riding the Blairsville Riverfront Trail, make sure to wear something orange if it's hunting season. Got a highway above us here, and then looks like it leads off a little trail down to the river here, so we're gonna go check this out. See that? That's a waterfall, and I really want to get that on film. So to do this, I gotta go down this embankment. It's kind of hard to show how steep this is, but I gotta get down in there, down to the river, ford across this river, walk across it, and get over there so I can get this up close. Made it down the bank, left the bike right up there on the hill. Right over there's a waterfall where we're heading. That looks amazing. We've made it out to the river, and we are in it, and we're about to go under the bridge over here. So here we go. We made it down through the mud. The mud was really thick back there. I'll show you on the way back. Right over there's a waterfall. We're gonna try. Mud down here is really bad. I'm gonna try and get over there if it's not too deep. The other side of the bridge, in the water, you can see it's up to my knees, so it's significantly deeper than I anticipated. Waterfall's over there. We're gonna, like I say, we're gonna walk a little further, but depending on how deep this is, I don't really want to get too far in there. If it goes up to like near my waist, we're gonna have to call it. Woo. All right. Oh yeah, see, I'm 6 foot, and this is really deep. So we're gonna zoom in from here. But still, this is a much better shot. That is a beautiful waterfall over there. But yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not going swimming today. I'm not bargaining for that. So this will have to do. While we're out here, we're going to get some underwater shots. So here we go. See, there's little seashells in here. What are these, freshwater clams or something like that? Pretty cool. We got some footprints of, I don't know what this is. We'll have to inspect when we get home. They're pretty small, like a raccoon maybe, opossum, something like that. Anyways, you can see where I came in down here. See how deep my feet sunk into that mud, about 4 to 5 inches. Just out here on the river bank, back out of the water. I'm getting a nice shot of the bridge and some of the little bit of rapids right up in here. This is deep enough. This might be fun to kayak or take a little raft onto, but I have to find a little raft to do that with. There's Waterfall, heading back up to the bike. So that was nice, even though we didn't quite make it up to the waterfall. Still nice. I might need both hands here to get up this hill. Okay. All right, we made it up the hill. Back at the bike. Is that while we were walking, we picked up a friend here on our bike tire. So we'll get him off of there before we keep moving, but wanted to get a close-up shot of him. He is majestic. Just a quick video of underneath this bridge. Bridge from the other side, and out there, right there, that little spot, it looks like it's clear amongst the green. That's the little waterfall area. One of the more unique looking benches along the trail, and there's a little path behind it, so we're gonna go check that one out. So you can see the dark blue in the river there. That actually looks pretty deep. I can't see the bottom. Gotta check this tree out. So this legitimately looks like it's 6 or 7 trees in one, six trees in one. And I'm not sure if they all grew up close to each other and just kind of merged a bit, or if it's just one big tree and its initial branches just sprouted off. But that is the wildest looking tree I may have seen to date. Check out how these trees bend. Like, they're not fallen, they just all grown up very crooked. This gives you a pretty good idea of what the mountain looks like on the other side of this river. It goes like right there's the peak, and it just kind of comes along here. And that's why this river floods so much, and maybe even flash floods, because all the water from that mountain, when it rains, has to go somewhere. And where's it go? It goes right down into this creek. This is a great view of the brush underneath, and then the vines hanging off these trees, and then the mountain that's on the other side of the river. Another nice view of the mountain that's directly in front of us. It doesn't really, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's pretty high up there. I'm here to get a quick shot of the river. Hope my bike's safe up on the trail there for a minute, but couldn't pass this up, so. Got another baseball field off to our right there. This town must play a lot of baseball. That's 4 ball fields on this trail so far. Whole field of these white flowers here. A lot more of these white flowers and brush and vines behind it. On the left here, it's all these white, off-white flowers. This is at 8% grade, right before the entrance. I'm gonna try and film it, but I might end up needing both hands. It's unclear. I definitely need my right hand for shifting. Ugh. Might end up having to walk it. We will see. Might need both hands. Ooh. Shifting into low gear here. Workout. Oh. Definite workout. Oh. Gear didn't click in. Now it's in. All right. We're pedaling. We're going slow. It looks like I'm walking, but yeah, I'm just in the lowest gear possible. And this last grade is really steep. Oh, well, I think we made it. Right there's the entrance. Almost there. Oh, lose my balance there. With one hand. Just getting a video from up here to show you kind of how swampy it is down in there before the river's off to the right, because it floods a lot here. Down here is the boat launch, and the sign, it says Kelly Park, so we got to check this out before we go. Up to our right's the church that I was talking about earlier. Boat launch. They're 1 letter off from boat lunch, which sounds really good. No drawing water from river, so I guess you can't be taking buckets of water out. There's the Kelly Park sign. It does flood here a lot because they close this when the river's flooding. This is the bridge from down below. We're in Kelly Park. This park might just be a boat launch area because it just goes right back up this hillside here. Getting one more shot of the river here before I head back up that hill. So that's Kelly Park, and as it turns out, there's another trail here. I don't intend on going past this bridge up here, but I would like to see this bridge real quick. And then we're heading out for the day, but we will come back. That's unique. There's steps that literally go to nowhere. That's unique. So it looks like there's a couple more. That was loud. Looks like there's a couple more trails back in here. You can see them all wander off, but yeah, I'm just gonna check out this bridge, and then looks like we're gonna have to come back here another day because this trail is not on all maps. It's not anywhere to be found. It's not on any guides. It's just here. And this bridge looks like it's about to go down, so to speak. Should be fine. Just gonna walk out here a little bit. We'll come back, like I say, another day. You can see that nature is completely overtaking this thing, so I'm not gonna trust it for long, but just take a look there at the river on this side. And oh, it's very muddy on this bridge actually. River on that side. But yeah, this trail looks like it goes, so we're gonna have to come back another day. That's a mystery for another time, crossing this old bridge in Kelly Park. Didn't expect to find this. Like I say, I didn't see it on any maps or anything, so that will definitely be an unfilmed adventure coming soon to all of you. So yeah, heading back to the car for the day.